about to, in the very, very near future, come before you with the sole purpose of telling you what wonderful things are happening in your century. That's that. But tonight, I'm coming before you to talk about your recommendation. And I'm Shepard. I represent I was asked to represent the New Century Parents Group tonight, and I bring you our collective thoughts. So we have many concerns over the proposal you are discussing tonight regarding the move of the New Century to the Puget Sound campus and its subrogation to a program under the Puget Sound High School banner. With the information we had from the original proposal, this is what we needed to assume. The proposal doesn't seem to address items in the third-party evaluation, and we certainly don't see the proposal as cost-effective for the taxpayers and the best interest of the students. The proposal suggests moving New Century as a program as part of the Puget Sound High School, eliminating ninth grade enrollment, and have the campus managed by one principal. This is stated as in keeping with the original vision and mission of the New Century. From our perspective, this proposal doesn't support the original mission and vision of the New Century. First, the night school was to be an independent high school with its own name, traditions, and values. Second, it was to operate at a comprehensive high school campus to take advantage of the existing state-of-the-art infrastructure, specifically technology, labs, and a fully outfitted library. Third, be independent, it needed its own management team. And lastly, while the ninth grade was added later, this move was simply to expand the scope of service and not stray from the original mission. Because we don't have the understanding, information, or rationale upon which this proposal is based, our primary question is, what is the problem? To which this is the answer. We believe you don't have an understanding of the impacts that this will bring on the three schools involved, the students, the faculty, and the parents. We are curious if you understand the values of the New Century community. And we also wonder if you appreciate that the New Century High School is about change, it's about growth, and it's about opportunity. Why New Century has changed and adapted to new situations nearly every year of its existence. Tonight we ask that you not make a decision until all parties fully understand the proposal, the need for the proposal, and answer the questions that I will present. We ask that you not make change for change's sake. Indeed, you have two options. You can accept what's proposed and work out the details later, or you can work out the details and see if it is acceptable. The devil lives in the details. The community of New Century places high importance on the values under which it operates. These values are fundamental to the existence of New Century. These values include autonomy, academic curriculum, individuality, technology, parent involvement, community involvement, teacher commitment, student commitment, school of choice, leadership opportunities for students, the two-hour classes, late start hours, honesty, continuity and cost effectiveness. Given these values, we are confused by the recommendations before you tonight. We don't see how the original vision for New Century, which Dr. Koval says we need to return to, will be met. We don't see how the identity, traditions, and values identified as a must to develop and preserve in the original vision will be maintained. And we just don't understand how this is in the best interest of students, as I said before. It appears that it is motivated by an administration unable to work out win-win solutions. We are concerned and see this as a potential lose-lose. And perhaps you could help us understand and read our own. We believe that in order for us to understand and before you can make appropriate decisions, you must first consider these questions. Again, what is the problem to which this is the answer? Why move to school? Why is this the answer? Is this the only choice? Have you listened to the students? The third-party evaluation describes problems that are resolvable without moving, so why do you need to move? Why choose an option that the report says will not suit the students? Did you get the answers you wanted from the study? hours, what would the new hours for the new principal be? Are they reasonable, and will the new principal's loyalty be there as effective as our current principal? How can New Century's values be supported, as well as the standards such as academics, technology, at a school with a completely different mission and values? And how can Puget Sound food service with its limited capacity serve the night school? We have more. Would this affect graduation? Would college prep courses offerings be preserved? How could this proposal succeed without these questions being answered? How much time is needed to fully implement this recommendation? Is 5 months really reasonable? Or should we be looking at a year or 5 months to work out the details? Why does the decision have to be made tonight? Board members, your electorate, folks back here want to know the answers to this question. Our bottom line is we believe in order for New Century to implement its original mission and vision and continue an excellent educational opportunities within the nation, must retain its independent identity as New Century High School, retain the college prep curriculum, identify the real problems, and commit to finding win-win solutions. Serve the students and be accountable to students and families, your electorate. Retain our high-quality educators. Preserve resources and ensure access to technology, computers, labs, libraries, and other necessary learning infrastructure. Be open to change. Give us rational, logical reasons for recommendations, and don't make the decision tonight. You know, we hesitate and ask them to delay the decision because it leaves all of us in limbo, but we don't see how you could possibly make a decision without the profound knowledge that would be provided by answering those questions. Again, we support New Century, its original mission and vision. We also support being flexible with its scope. In those earlier papers describing the night school, it stated that it's a must that it be its own, entity and develop and maintain its own traditions. The proposal says we must change, and New Century has been a catalyst for change since its inception. We see the proposal as an unwillingness to support change in the North Thurston educational system. And here timing is critical